Welcome back to Dinosaur Deep Dive, a series where we closely examine each creature known to ARK Survival Evolved. In today's show, come with me as we take a look at a prehistoric whale that roamed the oceans of Earth over 50 million years ago, in a time known as the Eocene Epoch. A creature that in-game is one of the most strange animals and could use a napkin after it's eaten. This creature is the Basilosaurus. The Basilosaurus was one of the first primitive whales to be recorded from the fossil record. This gargantuan primitive whale could actually reach lengths of up to 65 feet long. This creature dwarfs the length of Stegosaurus, Allosaurus, and even Tyrannosaurus rex. Now, being a whale, this creature had blubber, as opposed to skin and hair. It was wonderful insulation for the creature's needs. Being a prehistoric whale, this creature did not possess the baleen now found in modern-day whales. Instead, it was more orca-like with large teeth for consuming food. Its diet consisted mainly of smaller sharks and fish. Now, when it comes to ARK, this creature has been swept under the rug when it comes to taming. There really isn't a whole lot the Basil can do that a megalodon, mosasaur, or plesiosaur couldn't do. They're actually even avoided because of their one major flaw. The Basilosaurus is a very, very messy eater. And with that comes swarms of manta rays, megalodons, ichthyosaurs just trying to snag some food. Basilosaurs are often spotted having parties of 7 to 10 mantas crowding them, making this passive tamer impossible to reach until the threat has been dealt with. However, the Basilosaurus does have some redeeming qualities that can set it aside from those species listed earlier. With its blubbery makeup, it is a great insulator for both the whale and the survivor riding it. This means that some of the more freezing waters of the island, the center, and Ragnarok are rendered ineffective when mounted on the Basilosaurus. They also naturally produce oil, which is great for any tribe wanting more gas. It is also surprisingly resilient against predatory attacks. They can handle themselves in smaller engagements, and if leveled correctly, could face off against the likes of wild megalodons. They are also entirely immune to being shocked and grabbed by the Electrophorus, Cnidaria, and Tusoteuthis. That ability makes it the perfect mount to go pearl and oil hunting, as well as shallow to medium depth exploration. Now, I say shallow to medium depth because unfortunately the Basilosaurus in-game suffers from immense pressure in the depths, causing it to lose health rapidly. So now that you know a little bit about the Basilosaurus, here's what you can do to tame one for yourself. Basilosaurus is a passive tame, meaning there is no need to bring trank arrows or any narcotic of any type. Instead, you'll want to bring this stuff to ensure safe taming. It is advised to use a high-level megalodon to ease the process, but sometimes that's not possible. So what you can do is aggro the mantas away from the Basilosaurus to a safe distance. Flippers will help this, but Primitive Plus users may want to use a raft to lure them away safely. Once the threats have been removed from the Basilosaurus, simply tame it. Swim behind it until it's hungry and then feed it. Simple as that. The only problem is getting the threat away. And so what do you feed it? Well, here's its favorite foods. So now that we have one, let's recap why we got one. Basilosaurs are great at long-haul cruises. They have fairly decent weight stats compared to that of the ichthy. This makes them great for carrying pearls, oil, and other underwater goodies. They don't get shocked when approached by Cnidaria or Electrophorus. They also don't get grabbed by squids, so that's a win-win in my book. Ever wanted your very own oil producer besides the dung beetle? Basilosaurus can fulfill that and is much easier to tame and come by than that of the giant squid. And so there you have it. Everything you need to know about the Basilosaurus, how to find, tame, and utilize this whale. Now, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Dinosaur Deep Dive. And if you have, be sure to tune in Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all new episodes featuring a new dinosaur every week. Didn't get a chance to see last week's episode? No worries, I've got you covered. Check the end screen of this video or click the top right hand corner of this video for the playlist. Join us next week as we take a look at the basilisk. Thanks for watching.